Hello and welcome to Nerdarchy. For nerds, by nerds, I'm Nerdarchist Steve. Today I'm hanging out with this nerd.
Nerdarchist Ted. How you doing this fine and lovely evening, sir?
I'm doing great.
We're going to talk about the 2024 version of the Purple Dragon Knight Fighter in the subclass in Unearthed Arcana 2025 Forgotten Realms. So let's dive into the Herald of Majesty of Amethyst Dragons. The Purple Dragon Knights are paragons of valor and leadership who partner with Amethyst Dragons. Such knights aspire to protect the innocent and rally fellow adventurers to the cause of justice and freedom. Although the Purple Dragons were originally founded in Corm, new recruits are enlisted from any realms where chivalry is in abundance, including the Silver Marches, Damara, and Chistenta. Characters with this subclass are special among the Order. Unlike most Purple Dragons who partner with Amethyst Dragons who've already reached adulthood, a Purple Dragon Knight character psionically bonds with an Amethyst Dragon hatchling. This bond irrevocably transforms both dragon and knight, allowing the dragon to grow in strength alongside its partner.
So, third level, first thing you get is Knightly Envoy. You learn one language of your choice, which you choose from language tables in the player's handbook. Additionally, you can cast Comprehend Languages spell, but only as a ritual. Intelligence is your spellcasting ability for it, but that's not all you get at third level.
I think it's put in there so that it's like, all right, you can take Draconic. And if you haven't, I recommend it. But in case you already did, choose something. So I pity the fool who doesn't have Draconic who takes this class because it's just silly, but it's there. But level 3,
it's there. And also, like, the original was also very kind of courtly anyway. So I think that that's a part of it as well.
Sure. So level 3, you're going to get a Purple Dragon Companion. So you bond with an Amethyst Dragon. You use the Companion stat block that's in here. It takes its action on your turn. And just like all the other companions, it can move and do stuff on its own, but it only takes the dodge action unless you use a bonus action to command it. As with all companions, if it dies, you can take a magic action to touch the dragon and expend a use of your second wind to return it to life after 1 minute. All its hit points are restored. Otherwise, you can perform an hour-long ceremony to resurrect the dragon. The ceremony can be performed as part of a short or long rest. And again, the stat block is in here that's got things that are related to your proficiency bonus and your fighter level, which is nice.
Yeah, it's not bad. And also it has a breath weapon. The gravity breath is kind of cool. It gets better as you go up in level. It does a tiny bit of damage, but it has more of a control effect. Or no, it doesn't do any damage, does it? It's just a control effect where you get to either pull or push with a 15-foot cone. The dragon has a little bit of damage it can do. It's force damage, which is good because there are very few things that are going to resist that.
Indeed. What I like about this stat block is its AC is boosted by your intelligence modifier. Its hit points are affected by your fighter level. And the Stalwart bond, you add half your proficiency bonus to any ability checks or saving throws the dragon makes. So those are nice. So you've got multiple things that affect this particular stat block rather than just a single thing.
Really? The only thing that's going to be rough, and a lot of these are like that, is the hit points, right? Because 4 times your fighter level, you're going to get it at third level. It's going to have 12 hit points.
So it's 4 plus 4 times fighter level. So 16. It's going to die a lot.
But when you go up in level, it's going to still die a lot because things are doing a lot of damage. But you get to have a dragon friend. Speaking of dragon friends, at 7th level, Dragon Rider, you and your purple dragon gain the following benefits. Dragon mount. The dragon grows to medium size. What have you been feeding this thing? You can use the dragon as a mount if you are medium or smaller. But while you're riding it, the dragon falls at the end of its turn if it is airborne. And the only thing holding it aloft is its fly speed. It takes you only 5 feet of movement to mount or dismount the dragon. Improved gravity breath. The dragon's gravity breath becomes a 30-foot cone. When a creature fails a saving throw against the gravity breath, the creature also takes 2d6 force damage. That's the damage I was thinking about. Shared second wind. When you use your second wind to regain hit points, the dragon also regains hit points equal to die 6 plus your fighter level, and it regains 1 use of its gravity breath, which is cool. So at 7th level, it starts getting remarkably better.
So the ability to share the second wind is going to help keep it alive. It's still not gaining enough hit points. I would think if it's going to share your second wind, it should be able to get all of it. It should be getting the die plus your fighter level, just like you do.
The other problem is its armor class is going off of your intelligence modifier, and you're a fighter.
Sure, but you're an intelligent fighter. Like, if you look at your Eldritch Knight, Your Eldritch Knight is going to be boosting their intelligence to up those spells. So, like, sure, you're this kind of character. I see, like, okay, you're going to be looking for strength, constitution, and intelligence might be your second choice. You might not have quite the hit points that other fighters tend to have.
Putting you on par with your dragon.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Level 10, you're going to get Rallying Surge. When you use your action surge, you can choose up to 3 allies within 30 feet, within a 30-foot emanation originating from you. Each ally can take a reaction to use one of the following. Advance, the ally makes 1 attack with a weapon or an unarmed strike. If your purple dragon is one of the allies using advance, the dragon can make 1 rend attack. Retreat, the ally moves up to half its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So to me, this is a really, really great tactical ability, and having the option to be able to get some attacks or move. It doesn't necessarily say like you have to retreat. It just is like, okay, tactically, we need to adjust the battlefield. Hoot, hoot, hoot. And 3 people get to adjust where they are. And if you're on your mount and the mount moves, you go along with it. So this is a scenario where technically 4 creatures could be adjusting where they are on the battlefield at the same time.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I mean, if you're all mounted, then 6 creatures. But that being said,
sure.
While the mounts won't provoke attacks of opportunities, I think you will.
No, because you was the mount. If it is a creature using its movement to move away, it's forced movement for you.
So
therefore, the mount choosing to leave would provoke, but this ability stops the provoke. So yeah, it's one of those little things. I was looking at this and I was trying to go through this circular lot. Be like, all right, well, how would this work? I was seeing you coming. I had it prepared.
Usually they see us coming in the other direction, but 15th level, Amethyst Pinnacle, you and your purple dragon gain the following benefits. Superior mount, purple dragon grows to a large size. Both its speed and its fly speed increase to 40 feet. Additionally, the dragon no longer falls at the end of a turn if airborne while you're riding it. That's great. Tandem attack, when you take the attack action on your turn, you can forego one of your attacks to command the dragon to make one rend attack. Alternatively, you can forego 2 of your attacks to command the dragon to use gravity breath. Is it only a bonus action to command the dragon to take its own actions, though?
Yes, but you could use the attack action and be like, okay, I'm gonna make, like, at this level, okay, I get 3 attacks, so I'll hit once. I'll have you do a gravity breath, then I'll use a bonus action to command you. Then you're gonna use your gravity breath again. It's a 30-foot cone that's gonna do 2d6 damage and then 2d6 damage. So you're going to like really pull somebody in a direction that you want to go. So you can have a little bit of fun with it. So it's more choice.
It is more choice, but I will say as a fighter, hitting things would be a better option.
I would think so, but it is what it is. Perhaps you're in a situation that you can't really do what you want to do. So the dragon having the options, it's there.
It is there.
Finishing off 18th level, you're going to get Enduring Commander. You and your purple dragon have resistance to force and psychic damage. So the psychic, there's been a little bit of kind of sprinkled in here with its verbiage. So I think that's why they put that in there, so that you can be like, yeah, psychic. Makes sense.
Well, and that's because the crystal dragons are silent. Well, so I just want to say something. I was very excited to see the Purple Dragon Knight was going to get a do-over. Then I read it. The original Purple Dragon Knight, it had nothing to do with dragons. And the thing that was cool about it was that it was kind of a buffing fighter subclass, but it wasn't good because all of his abilities relied on fighters' abilities like Second Wind and Action Surge. And the problem with those is it's making your core fighter abilities better and more versatile, but you don't get any more uses of them, which has always been my problem with the Purple Dragon Knight, which this has some of that baked into it as well, where like when you look at the other subclasses for fighter or pretty much almost anything, you're getting new things to do and you're getting more things to do. With this, or with the old one, the problem was it was making the things you already had to do better, but you didn't get any more. So in my opinion, it kind of left you at a deficit. And I would have loved to see them take that subclass and just make it better instead of adding like the dragon friend. That's just my 2 factors.
Sure. There's a lot of people who want to ride dragons. So I definitely understand the direction to come here.
I also think the Drake Warden Ranger subclass is better too, right? And it's like a better way to have the dragon. We'll see what they do in the final, but for me, I'm like, All right. I probably
Not-
would not look to play this.
You're nonplussed here.
I am nonplussed here.
Well, it is what it is.
Thanks for hanging out with us. And until next time, stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.